Hey everyone, welcome back to another crypto video. Today I want to talk about Algorand with you um, because this one has really been flirting around with me and it's really been dancing a pugilistic dance, and it's time for it to shine. I think it's time for it to make its next leg up. So I really just want to talk about this one and kind of the price action that I've seen recently. So let's kind of just zoom into the charts and have a little look at what's been going on. So if we have a little look at the retrospective side of things, just from basically 3 months ago, so this year, let's just stick to this year for now, we had the grayscale pump, and this led to a huge increase. I'm not really sure how much, 240% increase, and that was initially just leading up to the grayscale pump itself. So pretty tremendous in terms of overall growth within that short period of time. We were very overbought on the RSI, and I suppose looking at the moving average on the 4 hour chart, which is one I always look at, we were very much separated and were just ticking slightly over bullish, very euphoric, overbought, and I guess people were just FOMOing in. So you just don't want to buy in at these tops, and that's something I never do because there's usually always a meaty correction followed very shortly after, and then you end up kind of panicking and emotions get into play, and you end up selling in a much greater loss than you ever anticipated. So, of course, following this aggressive upside momentum, we had the inevitable correction, which would have taken place. Things do not go up forever, you know. So looking at our Fibonacci retracement tool, which is a great tool, guys, to use to measure the impulse, as you can see at the start, just before the price went up to its peak. And if you take it from the beginning of the impulse to the top of the wick, sometimes I go just below the wick, you can see that we actually found support at this key Fibonacci golden ratio on the inverse side of things. So, and then following that, we make a small rising channel. And that's what we have here. And that was another correction. And now we're still following this channel. And this is where we were really trying to push through the resistances. Algorand is trading at £1.12, which I guess is around $1.30. And you can see that I've drawn these boxes here from the previous supports that were resistances. So we've been touching this resistance box multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times before we finally made a breakthrough, followed by a nice volume confirmation. Um, I actually placed a trade around this area here. I think it was actually at the beginning of April. So I saw we come back down to this support level and we came back up. I placed a trade around 0.94 because I just felt bullish in this moment. As you can see, it come up and it come back down again. I really had to keep a strong hand. I set my stop loss where this trend line is, so it was about 4%, I believe. I set it around here because I thought if we do break out this box and then break out this lower level on the trend line, then things will be moving down much more. But we are up around 23% overall, and I am taking some very small profits. But what I think is going to happen 100%, okay, let's not say 100%, but a very high percentage, is that we're going to come back up to this previous resistance at £1.35, around $1.70, and we're going to retest it and hopefully break through to the upside. So what I've done here is I've waited for, I've seen this double kind of top shape, and I waited for it to come back down to test the support level, and I thought this is a good time to enter a trade, because in order to reduce your risk and the amount of time you spend in a trade, you want to enter at the perfect time, because you could have entered at the top here, and you're going to be waiting so much longer for the breakout, and you'll also be reaping less reward from the breakout itself. So always make sure you're kind of setting your stop loss. If I was targeting, let's say a 50% trade, I'd want my stop loss at most to be, I like to play around with a 1 to 10 ratio, but even so, 3%, 4%, 5% are safe numbers to play with, because if, for instance, the price did fall below the support and it just kept on going, down like this, you're going to be waiting such a long time for it to come back up, and that's potential profits you could be moving into other projects, whilst you are waiting. So you'd be wasting time in the market, and you want to make sure you're utilizing as many opportunities as possible in this bull market. So the price is still uptrending, we're still ticking bullish, we're still green, it's looking nice. So always time your trades, guys. Set a stop loss. Don't buy in any euphoric tops or anything like that. And remember to zoom out. So let's zoom out. So zooming out, we can see that we had this perfect accumulation phase over here in the bear market where Algorand is doing nothing, where lots of other coins are doing nothing. So this is a great time to be buying the currencies because you want to accumulate as many tokens or units as possible. So when you are in the bull market, you can take advantage of that huge percentage with a greater volume of coins, therefore making much bigger returns. So, you know, £1,000 down here could have got you like £6,000-7,000 over in the bull market, and we're not done yet. We're in this rising kind of ascending triangle, and hopefully it doesn't form a rising wedge of some kind because that would become some sort of bearish pattern. But what I'd like to now see is we're going to come up to this cup. We're going to form a cup shape, just like we had a kind of cup pattern over here, as you can see. We broke out from that just fine, and we always see these cup patterns because that's when things are trading very boring around here. It's very boring, no one's talking about it, the media is dead, everything is dead, it's a bear market. So we saw this leg up, we've come down, we've had a bit of sideways trade, and what I hope will now happen is we'll meet this, and we might have a bit of a fake out, but eventually we'll form this kind of, I would say, sloppy looking cup and handle, and we might take another leg up to around the £2 mark, $2.50. That is what I would like to think is going to happen, because each time the legs up are quite aggressive. So that's what I'm looking out for. I suppose, considering where we are in the bull market and that we still have, I suppose, a few months left in this bull market, I'd like to think that $2.50 is a good target to try and reach short term. If you have got strong hands and you're willing to wait and push through 5%, 10%, 15% corrections along the way, $2.50 is realistic. And I don't think we're really going to be coming back down to like $1 levels. No way, not for a long time, because this momentum is looking good for Algorand, and I really like the DeFi space. So that's my take on Algorand, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you are considering trading, do your own research on it and wait for the patterns, wait for the breakout patterns. So just want to say thank you again for those sticking around, and if you did enjoy the content, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. That really does help. It really helps get people to my channel, and I'm really enjoying doing this. So let's see what happens with Algorand, shall we? So thanks a lot, guys. Peace.